And welcome to another J&J sit down exclusive talks.
Thank you for tuning out with Jennifer and Jesse.
And for some reason, you guys love the sit down talks more than the vlogs. So
Yeah.
here we are again from the chair of love, and we're gonna talk about some crazy experiences that we had while traveling that we haven't shared anywhere else. And trust me when I say it's crazy.
It is. So we have been through so many different countries with so many type of cultures, and therefore we have so many different experiences. Some of them crazier than other ones, and we want to share that with you. So I made a list because I don't want to miss anything.
Oh.
And we are going to start country by country.
Okay.
You and me have shared together, no? Not separate. Because I had my experiences traveling separate, when I was single.
Oh.
But
I don't know
you
about
too. But this episode is about the experience that we shared.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
All right.
Let's start.
So let's start with the skinny dipping.
Let's start when we met, actually.
Yeah, so skinny dipping, no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, as some of you people know, we met in Colombia, and we went to a beautiful island in Cartagena that was like super, super beautiful, but super crazy and extreme at the same time. I hurt my face, like most of you saw too. And one of those episodes that you never saw was the skinny dipping that we did. And it was just amazing. Like, that is the time that you say that you felt like you were falling in love with me.
Oh yeah. So we were. It was crazy. We were on this island, the private
Your
island,
favorite story.
and we were like, what is it like? Yeah. Can we share about that as well?
Yeah.
So we kind of like connected in such a beautiful way from the day we met, like so strongly, and we were so free and wild that we
felt so
we were like,
comfortable.
let's go in the water, but we didn't just go in the water. Like, we were like, let's go naked, and we went naked. Like, and it was not even a week, guys. Like, but we were so comfortable, and we jump in the water, like literally holding hands, like it's like from a movie scene. Like, I
No,
wish
I
we
think
could
had
have the
a week,
recording.
together.
Yeah, but like, even if it was just a week or not even a week, we were so like connected from the first day. And then we jumped, like literally it would I need the recording.
full
I wish I
naked.
could play it. And
Kind
we
of
run.
like a Blue Lagoon
Yeah.
vibe.
And we jump in, and it's like,
And it was recorded with a drone. Like,
Yeah.
we just could have the footage.
they
Like,
have
it
it,
is so beautiful. They have it.
but we can't
Guys,
access
please,
it.
you have to push.
Yeah.
So they put it on air because it was beautiful. So we were like, how would you call this part where you put the ship? It was like a concrete base. So we jumped from there to the water, and the drone was coming like straight, and we they recorded backs jumping, but it was beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. O sea,
Yeah.
divino. After that, we jump. We were like, oh my god, we're fully naked, and the crew and everything was like weird. They were like, oh my god, what were they doing? And they were like spying because they wanna, like kind of like don't miss anything. So they're all the time like kind of like watching
was a
you,
little,
and I
yeah.
always call them like, you're such a pervert. And I always call them perverts because they were all the time like looking for that.
We were like it was guys,
So,
you gotta imagine you're naked
Oh my
on each
god!
other.
Yeah. So I wanted to jump again, and there was no way to get on the platform again. But I had to like climb it. So I climbed it, and the last second that I was like kind of like stuck because I had to pull. You push me from down, so you saw everything, and I was like, you know what, like.
Yeah, now I think about it, I'm like, didn't
You
it
had the
feel
full image.
like it felt like, you know what's crazy? But you feel like you know each other for years. You're so
Yeah.
comfortable. Like we did
So
the
we were
craziest shit so quick.
We were just
Yeah.
like two kids, kind of like innocent, playing because, and that is something that I love so much, and I'm going to talk about that. Can I just introduce it now? The spas in Holland. That is a crazy story because I am not used to it. And you here, you have like a nude spas. That is great. So he took me to a nude spa in Holland, in Amsterdam. And at the beginning, I was like, oh, really? Like, I thought it was like in Bedinser or something. And then everybody was naked, and I was like, okay. Like, I'm very, like, chill when it comes to nature and beauty and nudity, because this is beautiful. This is
Yeah.
where flowers. So I was like, okay. And then at the beginning, of course, a bit of shame. But then everybody, all ages, young,
Yeah.
old, women, men, all the genders together. And it was super, super interesting to see how when everybody is naked, this kind of like morbo that we call, kind of like the taboo, just fades.
Yeah.
And it just the purity of your existence that is beautiful, and that's it.
Everybody's just there to
Oh,
relax
sorry.
and like enjoy a spa experience. Everybody's doing their thing, and
Exactly.
yeah.
So that is what happened when we did that.
Yeah.
Like, we kind of like just destroyed the taboo, and we just like saw each other and enjoy each other's nudity in the most innocent way.
Like,
Because
yeah, like before even I met you, like it's always been a big part of my life, like going to spas, even with friends, or like, and we just chill, we relax. And then I think the only thing that is weird about it now is because you kind of like became a public figure, and it's like, hey, are you?
Yeah.
And then you're like
Oh,
naked, and like,
are you?
that's the only weird thing a little bit. But then again, like there's no like, they don't do it with any weird intention or something, It's
Like,
not,
everybody is free.
yeah,
So
yeah,
that is, I mean, beautiful. It's
yeah.
beautiful. Yeah. I wish we have some spas like that in my country, but I don't know if, I mean, it needs to be, kind of like a transition into it, because it can be misused too, by some people that
Yeah.
can't behave.
Yeah.
Yeah,
True.
so that was beautiful, the skinny dip. And then we like came in the water, we kissed, we saw the sunset.
It was beautiful. Yeah. Like dinner,
Yeah,
and
till
like
it
it's like
became
you have
dark.
everything, and it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Like so I'm really glad that you got the experience
Then
there,
I
because
then I cool.
yeah.
I had like a hidden joint, and we
Mhm.
shared it after,
Oh yeah.
and we kissed, and we felt
Yeah.
super, super in love, and kind of like, yeah, because Jess is from Amsterdam, so you know that here is like the highest of the highest breeds. And it was like, because I don't smoke a lot, so but I was like, I want to give him a good joint of my country, the good Colombian weed.
God
So
damn.
I got it, and I was waiting for him with it, and I said like, hey, I don't know if you smoke, but I do it sometimes. So you can imagine that we were both like super high, and kind of like made the kisses, make us connect in a different, even way too. And that day was just super special. And it's the day that you feel that you fell in love with me.
True. Yeah. When was the moment? Like you were the bathtub, right? No, you wait.
Yeah.
Were we already in love?
No, my moment is when always we almost destroyed the room in
Now
Cartagena.
talk about that. Like,
Not in the island.
that
This
was
at a hotel.
that was after that. That was like, not wait. Yeah, that was in
No,
a
it was
hotel.
after.
In the
Yeah.
hotel, and then like what happened?
Yeah, so the hotel had like a beautiful, beautiful bathtub, and like the bathroom. So you kind of like connect the bathtub with the shower,
Crazy.
but it was like a big area. So we fill up the bathtub too much, maybe. Of course we use the entire bathroom, etc. But then we kind of like forgot about the fact that there was too much water, and we were just like enjoying ourselves, you know what I mean. And it was like splashing everywhere, splashing everywhere, splashing everywhere. And we end up in being laying in bed, and I was in his chest, and yeah, like the like, I think I told this to you before, but like the this ethereal atmosphere with the vapor, the water just like floating, and the humidity
Beautiful.
of the room, and the warmth that we have created. It was like a magical moment, and I could just see the soft light in the background, and like I taste that moment. I still can feel it, and feel the smell, and like the sensations and the heat. And I cried. I couldn't help but cry. I was like, I
Yeah.
fell in love. Like, that was for me the moment that we fell in love. And actually, what we didn't know, because we went to sleep, we were like, the next day we went to take breakfast, and the restaurant to take the breakfast was in the lower floor of the bathtub of our room or suite. So we went, and literally the rooftop was leaking, but leaking, and everybody, like the staff, was like looking at us like, like, did you have fun? And I was like, oh my god,
That
this
was
just almost
freaking
destroyed
crazy.
the entire hotel.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, so it was pretty epic.
That was a crazy night. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And just like to be clear, like I think we talked about our first meeting and like how we instantly connected, and I think that was really at the airport. And then we had these really deep moments like
Yeah.
this and the skinny dipping that were just like
Yeah.
this
Okay.
explosion. Yeah,
Okay. Let's leave it there for now.
yeah, that's not really good.
Oh my god.
Oh shit!
Let's tell
So
something
yeah,
that is not
we
that
were
cute.
yeah. Let's talk about
right?
something that's not that cute.
Yeah.
So we were like, what were we doing? We were like doing these extreme sports, and
Yeah.
we were also
Like
somewhere.
a rustic hotel.
Yeah, and we were somewhere in the jungle, I can
In
say.
the middle of.
Yeah, and then we had food, and the food was not that fresh. And,
There was something that made us super sick. Like super sick.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Like crazily sick. And like instantly sick.
Stomach.
The kind of sick that you just can't even like do anything. Just like, let me survive, because you are in survival mode. So I was like, oh my god. And of course we just had one bathroom. So I went to the bathroom, and I realized that I was sick. I was like, oh my god. And then Jess was like, Amor, can you open the door? And I was like, no, Amor, I haven't finished. Amor, no, I have to go. Like, both of us at the same time got like, oh my god, So I was like, oh no. Then I finished. Oh no, I finished. Then I finished. I going to flush the toilet, and it didn't work.
That was so bad.
I couldn't flush it. I was like,
So
oh
bad.
no, oh my god, what am I going to do? And
the
we
guy
had
had
like
to
how
come.
many? How much time did we have together? Like 2 months?
Yeah. I
Like
think,
2-3 months.
Yeah.
Like it was super new, the relationship. I mean, these are the kind of stuff that you leave when you are already years together.
True.
And you are like, oh my god, if you don't go through something like this with your relationship, you don't know if you are actually strong enough
True.
as a couple. So I was like, oh my god, no. And I had to tell him, Amor, the bathroom is not flushing. Like, I'm so sorry, like I don't know what to do. And he was like, oh no, fuck it. And he
Yeah.
just get into the bathroom, and literally he did it over me. Yeah. Not so
We
cute
had
to
we had a
picture
guy
that, but-
come. We had a guy come that
I mean,
that
but seriously,
that actually was gonna like put his hands.
I know, Amor, that no, don't tell the part.
Well,
It's
you just
disgusting.
told the disgusting
But
part.
no, it's beautiful because you did it after me. And then we solved the problem, of course. One of the
Oh, I
people
forgot
from
that.
the hotel came. And, but, but, I mean, if that is not real love, I don't know what it is. So, yeah, there's experiences that are cool, amazing, crazy, and there's some that are not that cute. So, if you're a couple that are planning to travel together, you have to know that you will have to survive to many different types of situations, okay? So, get ready.
All right. What about
Next.
the coffin? We were camping.
Oh my God, this was crazy.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we went to this lake, and we were
Yeah.
about, let's camp. Let's beautiful lake, absolutely. So we come there, and it's like there's like people that were way too drunk and had guns. All right, that's that's the worst combination. So, okay, well, like this is not like too good of a vibe. So we walk back to the
Yeah.
car, and like to wait it out, like see what we're gonna do, like if we should stay here to camp at the lake or just leave. Because the guy, oh yeah, this is when while we walked back, we were sitting down somewhere, and there's like a guy walking on a motorcycle driving by, shooting his gun.
Shooting.
I was like,
Yeah, he's
and I'm like
like
2 meters
literally
away,
2 meters away from us.
just to scare us
Just
or
to
whatever.
scare us,
Like,
yeah. And
and
it was like too obvious that that was his intention.
Yeah.
That it was from the both of us. It was kind of like remaining calm because I understand how it is in some parts in the countrysides. You know, like there's people that they just make justice by their hands, and it's normal to see guns. See, it's nothing to be scared. But then this guy shooting, like, okay, he's trying to play that he's so tough and like he's so, oh my god, I have a gun.
and he
No.
kept shooting even after that. Like,
But
yeah,
the fact is that there can be an accident, you know, like, okay, you're proving that you're tough, like, I mean, nothing new that we have never seen, but this is so irresponsible because this can just, like, you know, hit you. The guy hits you, like, oh fuck, it's really for us, you know, like, shit is getting serious. So I say to Jess, like, Amor, let's not go now because they're out on the path. Let's wait till they leave, and then we can go. And Jess, of course, I mean, like, I'm so sorry you had to pass that situation. You had to went through that situation because it's I mean, like anybody will just
It's not
freak
fun,
out.
yeah.
And Jess, he has a past in the military, like he's a veteran. So if he hears a shot, he gets like triggered. So he was like in the trigger mode. It was like, come.
I was
on.
more like, you know, shooting somebody that has drunk nothing to lose, that shoots around, and like Jen said, like if it hits a rock or it bounces back, or you know, even if they get more drunk and they start like,
Yeah.
you know, we do have something to lose, so let's just avoid that situation, you know. And that was my like my
Yeah.
whole thing, like.
So
You
I
know?
parked my car in the like in a place that it was private, so we will pay for parking, and we couldn't even come there. And they had like some cabañas too, and some areas where you can drink, where you can play bolo criollo, for example. There is something that these people usually do love to do. So I say, okay, let's go. So we waited for like 10 minutes, and we went back to the place where the car was. So we were planning to come there because it was almost like 7 p.m. So it was already dark. We were like in a foreign area that is far from my farm, like 2 hours almost. So we went there, and we were like, we went to the place, and we went there. We got into the car because, I mean, you can imagine the adrenaline rush was like high. We were like, what is happening? What is happening? And we get in the car, and we hear cha 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 shooting inside the place too.
Crazy.
The guys were there having fun, and we were like, oh my god, no, like what the. And then we were like, I said to just, let's just stay in the car, amor. Let's just relax, we breathe, and then we can leave. So I'm telling him that, like, no, more relax. Like, I was trying to, everything
I was
sounded
relaxed.
controlled.
I just wanted
Yeah,
to get
but
out. It's not safe.
but I
There's
didn't,
nothing.
I was like, I mean, just change everything. Let's just wait a little bit to see what happens. What happened was that to the parking, a truck with a coffin, like a big coffin where you can put like 2 or 3 bodies, just came in. And when I see that in the mirror, I was parked. It was like, I need to take us out of here. So as soon as I saw that the truck was doing like the turn to get in the place, I was like, whoa. And when he was coming out the place, I was going out. It was like, no, you're not going to have us here.
And another crazy story that we didn't want to let go of is somewhere we were stuck at an event place, and we had no place to stay. All the hotels were full. Actually, there were only 3 hotels around, like nearby. They were completely full.
Can I say that? Should I say the name of the country?
I guess, yeah, it was in Russia.
Yeah, it was in Russia.
When it was still like pre-war.
Accessible.
Yeah. And so we were there, and it's like this very secluded place, and it was like an event. So we arrive, and we have like
In the
we
middle
had
of
the
nowhere.
top suite, like
Oh,
like
it was
beautiful view. They said, oh, actually the next day it's completely booked, so you gotta go back to the camp terrain where everybody was staying for the event.
And there was music like 24/7. And we love techno, we
24/7.
love electronic
Yeah.
music, but like 24/7, no.
So like we were there, we were like, okay, all right, let's see it, and then like we had to kill mosquitoes. It was like we had to walk to the shower. It was glamping, but the music just made us not being able to relax. So we were like, what did we do? We went to
We were like, no
Yeah.
way, like we can stay here. And then we tried to like stay in a cabaña,
yeah,
which was super, super expensive. Like the guys, I'm talking
Yeah.
about glamping, where you pay like crazy amounts of
Yeah.
money to basically just stay.
and we had no toilets. Oh, there was a toilet
Exactly.
outside
It was a
actually.
toilet, but it was a dry
Yeah,
toilet.
it was a dry toilet, and then but it
The
was like a
hillside.
beautiful lake in front. So we were like, okay, we'd shower here, we could wash here, and we could drink the water there. That's how clean it was.
Yeah.
And so actually, what we ended up doing is we were like, okay, you know what? F all this. We're going back to that hotel, and we're going to find something. So we went all the way back, and we found this wedding room on like the fourth
There
or
was
fifth
like
floor.
a full floor.
Full,
just
beautiful big couches, like
Yeah.
super comfortable.
with great Wi-Fi.
With great Wi-Fi. You know what? I like, and there was like a bathroom, like and like underneath we had to walk through the stairs. There was the spa. You know, I like. You know what? Let's make this our place. So we kind of like put our flag, our J&J flag there, and we're like, you know what?
conquered it.
This is gonna be our territory. And we put like we asked we were like super like crazy. We asked for blankets and pillows, and they were
Yeah.
kind of like okay with it
No.
because they felt bad or something. So so we just like used these kind of like borders to you know get some privacy, and like it was like detachable walls. So and then we just slept on a couch in the wedding room and did some crazy stuff there. In the night, of course, and then it was
Then
just
we
a memory we'll
figured
never
out that
forget.
was actually the wedding room, the wedding
Oh,
salon.
and so many weddings were held there because the next day, or to like right after we left and we finished the event, there was already a wedding and we had to leave. But that was
But
a
we made it
crazy
ours.
story. Like that was just wild, and we did it. I had to like you know that was like in one of the books.
Yeah, definitely. We promise that we will
Yeah.
continue this.
Thank you
crazy
guys
stories
so
with you.
definitely because we have so much more to
So
tell you, but
many.
we
And
don't
this is
want
just
this to
one
be 1
country.
hour, you know. So
Yeah.
but again, we will be back every Sunday.
Yeah.
Every Sunday. So because of Easter, we're a little late, but
Yeah. We
usually
had a
every
family,
Sunday. Yeah.
family reunion, so we didn't have time to eat, and we were like, yeah.
Yeah. So
But today.
thank you guys. Yes, we love you and appreciate your support, and see you next week.